Dallas home for podcasts, live streams, and unfiltered conversations. This is Dallas On Air.
On your mark. On your mark.
On your mark.
I want to welcome everyone back to another Tuesday night. And yes, God has blessed me to be here and blessed us to be here. As you can tell, we had difficulties trying to get in tonight. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. It happens every now and then. But I want to welcome you all to the On Your Mark podcast show. Sports, business, community, entertainment, and just a people's show. I'm your host, Coach Fly. And again, it's good to be here. And I was just looking, I want to start the show off also by saying, giving my condolences to the Tim Davis family. And I was just looking here that he said, my big mama. So my condolences to the Tim Davis family, my boy Smitty, his wife Sheila. I know they all part of the same family. So my condolences. And man, there's so many that are going home or being called home. And I know this happens every day. But it's just been a list of individuals that I know or know family members of. And it's just something that it's been a lot. It's been a lot. And then it's a whole lot in that group, in that age group, that I think that says enough in that age group. So, listen, we got to do better if we're not doing better. Because no one knows that time, that hour, that minute, that second, that it's going to happen. Because in the past, 2 weeks, well, we buried our aunt 2 weeks ago, and another aunt passed away on last week. So if y'all see that light, a flicker of light, it's flashing from a light that's in the ceiling. So I think it's just time to replace it. It just caught my attention, it's flashed. But again, let's stay prayed up. And if you could hear my voice, that means it's not too late for you. So let's just do what we have to do, y'all. It's such a hurtful and uncomfortable situation when you lose a loved one, even if you were prepared to lose them, if that's such a word to say it in that phrase. Because what happens is all of your memories take place. all your memories. And I'm just saying you have to stay prayed up. And don't be scared to pray for someone else, y'all. Blessings come that way as well. Well, we're almost full-fledged into the summer vacation with all the school students. I think the last right now, thus far, unless somebody else tell me something different, is Mesquite and DISD. So those are the, now for some others I don't know, so please let me know. Yeah, but Mesquite and I know DISD is Wednesday. Someone shared with me and said Mesquite is Thursday. Last official day. Now, I'm not sure of that, but that's what I was informed. So parents, guardians, grandparents, yep, you got them now for the summer. The refrigerator's finna get raided. Lights are finna stay on all day. I don't care how much you say, cut them lights off. The house is finna be noisy. You get chimed in. So that's where we are. Ladies and gentlemen. Summertime. And to all those graduates, and some are still graduating, congratulations. This is a huge, huge time of the year. And some of you are going on off will continue your schooling by going to college or to a trade school or straight into the workforce. But one thing about it, you're going to have to choose one or the other. Oh, somebody probably saying, well, just going to be at home, not going to work yet. That can't be fun. But again, it's that time of the year. And, well, now, everything counts. See, my boy, aunt, boy, nephew, enjoyed talking with you today. Don, hey, here. Yeah, man, it's, well, right now, since it's part of the curriculum, I said curriculum, 707 is going on, select basketball, summer track and field, other guys getting ready for their football season. And if they go, 707, this is just my personal opinion. It's really for the quarterback, receivers, and DBs. I said, my boy Ronald Riggs checked in. But since it's gonna happen, why don't you get together and make? You need your lineman. You all got to get your lineman involved in something. The big fellas need to work too. Their skill sets. Yeah, they do. Think about it. And if you're a receiver, and again, I'm saying my opinion, playing 7-on-7. So my mom checked in. I think it would be real wise and beneficial if you had your quarterback from your school throwing you the balls, because that way you all can be working on your timing. I know that makes sense. You're a quarterback. So 7-on-7 coaches, you should have, if you got receivers from different places, it's something to look at. Why don't you have them to bring their quarterback that's at their school, because that's where the timing has to come into place. Think about it. No, Riggs, I'm not coaching summer track. Nah. Those days, boy, leaving this 5:45 now, 5:48 in the morning, and then don't come home until 19 o'clock. Yeah, what time is it? I don't know. After midnight. But what I am doing, I'm getting some kids ready that are running summer track. Yes. Now I think I paid my dues on that one. But I'm still giving out a helpful hand. Making sure some of the good athletes are more than prepared. And now you're finna see some of these athletes that are running summer track run even better than they were during the school year. And I'm talking with those programs that are actually prepping those young men and young ladies to perform. Because there are some programs out there, they got a lot of kids, and there's no way, I say a lot of kids, with 5 or 6 coaches, there's no way possible that they're coaching kids up. So many kids. And all kids are not runners. Some are jumpers, throwers. And I'm saying, if you got, let's just say 5 coaches and 200 plus kids, it's impossible to be doing a great job with those kids. Because the jumping kids, throwing kids got their own coach. Would you not agree? Then there should be a hurdles coach or 2. Because it's pathetic on the high school level when the next level is the collegiate level, and you've been running hurdles for 3 years, 4 years in high school, and you still running and jumping over them. Like you done stole something, you jumping over a fence. I know a couple of track meets I was at, it looked like a game. What's that thing used to come out, Jack in the Box, where it pop up out that box. That's how I look at everybody running, jumping up and down, jumping up and down, jumping up and down. That's not hurdling. You have some summer track coaches that need to be in DISD. Oh, absolutely, Riggs. Y'all see the statement he said? You have some summer track coaches that need to be in DISD. That's absolutely correct. But see, they want to, and I'm going to use this word, they want to camouflage it. I'm talking about DISD. Talking about certification. Okay, well, let's talk about it. And again, I'm going to speak on my version of it. Why don't you just be certified in coaching? And let the teachers be certified in teaching. And watch the programs develop to a greater program across the board, and I'm speaking on DISD, but the same thing should apply to all the rest. And all I'm saying is, just like on some jobs, you got some people that do this one particular thing on the job, others do another particular thing on the job. You follow what I'm saying? And it comes together. Treat it like a puzzle. And they want to throw academics in with athletics. That's not a good fit. I'm just saying it has to be more, you've been doing it this way for 100 years, DISD. And it's getting worse and worse. Yes, certain schools are performing, but all the schools that are high schools that are in DISD, all the middle schools, it should not always be the same schools basically over and over. And every now and then, somebody throws a wrench in and it'll be another school that did well or took an athlete maybe to state, for sure to regionals. But as many schools as there are, it should be a nucleus of programs, schools competing to go 2 rounds, 3 rounds in the playoffs in football. And as I stated before, if there was a true and genuine concern, as many schools that there are in DISD, you can be represented in 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, and I think we only have one school that represents in 6A, which is Skyline. Just like you have a plan to water it down, why not put a plan in place to water it and so it can grow up? We have more than enough kids. Yeah, and my thing, if you want to see your sports turn around, lock in on some coaches that really are passionate about coaching. Because now it's more than in summer track than there is in the school system. But now it's still more, but I'm saying that are qualified. See, when you want to line up certified against qualified, certified is going to lose. Yes, God, they will lose. It's like a beautician. You have those that have gone off to the beautician school, and then you have some that have never been nowhere and doing awesome jobs. You have some working in the shops. You have more working at their homes, in their houses, in their apartments. And it makes sense. I'm just paraphrasing so you understand where I'm going with this. There's no reason for DISD except for I don't even have to take a quiz. Y'all will win this. One football team that stands up with the past 5 years now in a row, whether they won it or not in state, they at the big dance. Oh, well, it's a lot of schools went to the first round. Now it's a few schools went to the first round. They're the same few all the time. With this system, 4 gonna always go to the first round. and they all had their bags already packed to come home and put them up because they in off season after the first round, except South Oak Cliff. Y'all can't make it make sense. I mean, they're so consistent. And I said consistent. They're coming home after the first round. And then coaches had that speech. But next year, see, when you put but or if in any conversation, you give it room to change. You got some coaches that are motivators. Some are intimidators. Some are bullies with their title. I said bullies, yeah, with their title. You got some coaches on a power structure. Too many coaches that are envy and jealous hearted. Then you got coaches talk worse to their assistant coaches than they do to the kids. And I'm not saying they should talk bad to the kids, but they talk to grown men. Grown men with families, kids. Real bad, man. I'm talking about, I say real bad. And it has nothing to do with sports. Then y'all take it. And then they do it in front of the kids. And the kids talk about it. Oh, yes, they do. Coach ain't got no nuts. That man talked to him so bad. And I sit back and I watch that. Oh, no, no, not to me. Nah, I'm not saying it couldn't happen. Anything can happen, but we're going to keep happening too. Yeah. Just take how I said it. If it happened, we're going to keep it happening. But I'm beyond that now. I'm past that. But I'm just speaking on the ones that are still holding their breath and that ring out and shout out to me. I just said, man, you can stop. You have control of that. If you let them hold you hostage because of a title, that's your fault. And he belittling you, man. I'm talking about no dignity. And you take all of that just to go to the first round. You take all of that nonsense to go to the first round. And don't talk about district, because everybody goes to district. Everyone. It's automatic. How you raise your kids? And I'm speaking on this because I told a coach that I would. So you go home, coach is the one that puppets on the string. But you go home and lay the laws down, and rightfully so. But if your kids could just sneak up to the school and hear how you get talked to, and especially that female in your life, she see you getting talked to like that, she gonna lose all self-respect for you. Because you a good coach, you can go to get you another position somewhere else. Some coaches need to leave that egos at home. Oh, yes. And then you got some coaches don't get to have power until they get up to the school. You hear what I said? Not running nothing at home. But I tell them I'm gonna speak on it, I'm speaking on it. There was a couple of coaches in my era did it, but I mean, if it would have happened to me, and it could have, it just did not. God said something different, but they knew it would be my last day and theirs too. Yeah, for sure. I said, and theirs too. No, I didn't say I'm gonna get them fired. No, it wasn't nothing about getting them fired. Oh no. Just gonna be their last day too. That's if they're making it personal. See, them that was always talking to other coaches. You know, they get back to you. Or if they're talking to kids, they still get back to you. But they were situational. Nah, they didn't bring it to me personally, what I'm saying. Nah, not personally. Because again, nobody's going to have their job. It's going to be open. Because I was going to do my best if it came down to make sure you had the opportunity to get a free ride. Well, I guess it wouldn't have been free. One of them sirens, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get some smelling sauce up under your nose. Because some of them just wanted to, I tell you, it's a lot of envy and jealous hearted ones out there. It was always been one or two, but there's so many now, man. It's like they have a fraternity. And they're missing the point. It's about the kids, man. What can we do to better them? You got some coaches, they got the right folks in place to help them be successful. I'm talking about some ADs. And they're so toxic that they become jealous-hearted and envy of the coaches winning and don't realize that people say, well, at least AD got the right one for that sport. Now we got to work on getting the right ones for whatever next sport is. But they get jealous-hearted, man. I don't get it. Then I don't get how you can get talked to so bad and be belittled so bad, and then y'all want to go hang out afterwards. Nah. Yeah, I say hang out, yeah, like everything's cool now. Yep. So coach was two coaches. I put it out there, but here's the deal. Yeah, I put it out there, but are you still going to accept the situation, the inconvenience that you said is bothering you? Why don't you tell the coach, okay, I don't want to just dictate it for you, but I dictate it. Say, coach, I need to holler at you after practice. And mean it. It's a way to get them off your ass. say and mean it. Because when stuff starts going the wrong direction where it's sounding personal, that's what it is, personal. And I'm not promoting violence. I am not. But you better be violent. See, I got it disturbing your peace, man. So when I look at, like I said, all these schools, man, that DISD has, and it's just, they all one and done. Not sometime, all the time. It's crazy. It's going to probably be a parade if somebody make it to the second round besides South Oak Cliff. All of these schools, and they all have coaches, certified coaches that are not qualified to get past the first round. So the suburbs coaches that much greater? Nah. Here's an opportunity. God saying the same. Come August, it's going to be a new season for football. High school football, speaking on. All of the same schools that are still in DISD, all of them. And on one hand, it'll be four schools that are headed to the, well, it'll be more than four, but I'm saying as far as going, the number one team of the four. And that's why I say you got some jokers going to playoffs that should be at Park and Recs playing football. It's going to be at home. All I'm saying is they're going to be done, one and done. And then you wonder why kids want to go to certain schools. They want to go where they're winning. Nobody's signing up to lose. And again, there has to be a system that's going to change. And I'll tell you, and I'm speaking on my opinion. Just like coaches get new assignments to a new job at another school, and they can go get a brand new start. But they want to hold a kid back because they say he or she's transferring for athletic purposes. Well, didn't the coach leave for athletic purposes? I'm just asking. He or she left for athletic purposes. But you want to hold a kid back for leaving. So let it be for athletic purposes. If you want to get you a hamburger, you're going to go to a hamburger place for hamburger purposes. Or chicken, or whatever it is that you desire to eat. Correct? If you go to a service station and pull up to a gas pump with your vehicle, you pull up there for gas purposes. Let's let the purpose mean something instead of going through the motions. And I'm speaking, I'm not upset, I'm just speaking now. Again, I told him I speak on it. That's why it's the On Your Mark podcast show. Sports, business, community, entertainment, then just the people's show. Yeah, and I'm your host, Coach Fly. I stepped away. I stepped back. Now I'm G-O-N-E, gone. At this point, at this time, I have no desire, matter of fact, let me go, I have none and nothing to do with the kids, the coaching DISD. Yeah, they're about for something, but you know what? For what? Because if I take in this position, and then when they learn what they want to learn, they probably gonna let it play out anyway. So I'm gonna help them out by staying out of it. And I don't blame coaches that I'm gonna like to say using DISD now for training wheels. And I'm paraphrasing it. Learn to ride the bike, and then leave and go outside of DSD and get a awesome position. I don't blame them now. But again, the kids suffer. And then they go outside the district and get better pay. Much better pay. But it was so much pride in the coaches before. You know, your Coach Thomas, Rabbit Thomas, and Coach Ernest James, Coach Grant. The list, I shouldn't start. Coach Allen, I shouldn't have started. Freddie James, Arthur Stafford, Coach King, Coach Berg. It goes on and on. So many coaches, man, and the cream of the crop, Coach Raymond Holly, the coaches cared about you, man, and you knew it. They riding through the neighborhood. You knew it. Now it's I think that just to have the name coach stuck to your name is part of your attire. You've been named as a coach, but you're not coaching. And it's still a few now. It's still a few. Oh, yes, it's still some good ones. I'm talking about some good ones left in the ISD. But they've gotten to the point, they see the change too. Now, a lot of them are they're playing chess with their time left in the district. And you cannot blame them because it's a mess, y'all. It's a mess. It's a mess. You don't want a kid transferring. But you tell them to tear their ass. How they go together? And then when they decide to tell the parent or guardian really what was said, because it was said, and now you're attempting to retract. Well, I ain't mean it like that. Man, listen, when somebody show you who they are, that's who they are. understand how Dallas can be one of the richest cities in the state and the cheapest district in the state. Yeah, I read what Ron Rich just said. I don't understand how Dallas can be one of the richest cities in the state and the cheapest district in the state. Riggs, you have a lot of people in place now that are making a awesome, outstanding living financially in the district, that are making decisions on decisions that they really don't care about. But they're in the position to make the decisions. But I'm saying again, they really don't care about it. Oh, they skinning and grinning when the camera's in their face. But all you have to do is look at the results of the programs and situations that they're heading. And it's just happening time after time after time. See, you could say, I apologize, I'm sorry, one time, two times, I mean it. But if you're continuously apologizing for the same thing, that's just plain sorry. I'm gonna throw a curve in it for a moment. I had taken my vehicle over to this place called Mobility Works over on 30 in Motley. And they're known, supposed to monopolize in the computers in the buses, the whole nine with buses. So my man had a glitch that had started, and I didn't know what was going on. So there's a safety mechanism that if it reads the door open, that it won't go into gear. And that's good. That means it's not going to move because there's a door open. It's all about safety. And I had no clue what was going on, but I was recommended to take it over there to Mobility Works, right there on 30, Interstate 30 in Motley. I'm not giving them any kudos, y'all, because I'm calling their name. I'm calling their name for a reason. So that was on last Wednesday. So I sit over there about matter of fact, it was 2 hours and 17 minutes. Still hadn't heard anything, so I decided to get up, man, listen. Can't somebody tell me what's going on? What you finding for a diagnostic test? You know, what's going on? They was quick, real quick to bring me the paperwork, say $185 an hour. I'm like, shit. But anyway, that's what I said. So I just sitting so long, I said, listen, can you get someone to give me a ride home? Because like it's going to be here. So they did that. Then on Thursday, I called, asking what did they find out, what is it? It was said to me that they're still working on it. Okay, but then still, what have you all found out? Well, let me check. Which they probably never went. They just put me on hold. They didn't go anywhere. He said, how you know? I'm going to tell you the rest of the story. So the lady came back and said, well, they're still working. I said, but did they give any words saying what's maybe causing the problem? Well, they're just working on it. That's how I know she didn't even go back there. Eva is her name. Eva. Yeah, Eva's her name. So I called. They opened up at 8. I called around 10:15, 10:16, Friday morning. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So the lady said, Mobility Works, Eva speaking. Eva, how you doing? This is Russell Flanagan. I reached out to you all yesterday, just trying to get some information on what's going on with the vehicle. Well, she said, Mr. Flanagan, you're supposed to brought your transportation in this morning at 8 o'clock. I told you it's like 10:15, 10:16, 10:17. I said, I'm supposed to what now? Had brought your vehicle in. So now if you're planning on bringing it, it's other people ahead of you, so you won't have to wait. I said, I'm speaking with whom? She said, Eva. I said, Eva, I brought my vehicle in Wednesday. Today is Friday, so it's been spending the night with y'all. It's been there. She said, oh. I said, can I speak with someone else? That's how she said, I just hung up, ladies and gentlemen, because it wasn't no need of me furthering that conversation. Then I found out that they'll close on the weekend. So on Monday, I didn't call. I just went up there. And lo and behold, guess who greeted me was Eva. So I say, Russell Flanagan, I'm coming to find out about my vehicle. Her ass say, well, did you have an appointment? Did y'all hear what I just said? That's Eva. I said, I need to speak with someone else. And I did. So, and they attempted to refer me back to Eva. Now we done Eva. We done with Eva. So then, he said, let me go back and check and see what. I said, listen, I need to speak with a tech, whomever it is that you have working on it. So the guy went back. He come back. He said, well, he's working. He's looking at it. And I said, no. I said, I need to speak with the tech that's working on it. So at this time, another young man that was sitting at another desk said, can I speak with you a minute? And I asked him, containing to what? He said, this is our general manager's office right here. Go in and let him know what's going on or what's not going on. Okay. And I did. So the general manager come out and he asked, well, who did you speak? I said, I spoke with Eva. And I also made sure he knew that she said I was supposed to bring my bus in on Friday morning. This is Monday now. He said, well, dude, I said, no, my bus had been here. Oh, you don't have the one. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I said, been there since Wednesday. So he goes back. He comes back and said, now, my name Russell Flanagan, but he said, Coach, but he said it on the bus. They haven't done anything to it. They said they don't have the part. So I said, well, when were they going to tell me? He said, good question. Then he goes, he brings the take up, and the take tells him what the part is. He said, well, why don't you just order it, and then have it put on? Because they didn't have it. But then I said that time, I said, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I'm good, because I didn't want them touching anything at that point. That's about like having a waitress or a waiter at your table and things are not going good. You don't want them folks dealing with your food. And what may happen, that might be their partner back there in the kitchen, and they put that new sauce on it called Off the Floor. That's a good name, ain't it? Off the Floor. So at that point, I knew if I allowed them to do anything, they might have done anything. And then the same young man that gave me the information to talk to the general manager said, but they sure had fun in there cutting the lights on it. Wow. He said they thought that if they let it sit, they like really doing some major work. Now they thought they gonna get that $185 an hour. Now, mobility works 30 in Motley. Did I get that out? And I was recommended to go to them. Just ask for evil. Ask for evil. They had done absolutely nothing. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, closed Saturday and Sunday. They didn't do nothing Monday because I went and got it. Now it's being taken care of. And it's also, boy, I got another hot item coming down. Ooh, another hot item. And I want to show them. God, it's so awesome. Let me see something. Let me see if I want y'all to see it. It's a massage and ride. It's gonna be fun. I'm trying to pull it up, see if I want to show it. Y'all want to see? Somebody comment. I'll show it if you want to see it. If not, I don't know if I want you to see it. Yeah, I had to kind of twist my arm. Then I let you see what it looked like. Angie, you think they want to see it? That's the studio producer I'm talking to.
I don't know. You think they're ready for it?
You think they're ready for it? I don't see nobody commented yet. Let me see. And then when there's a phase 2, that's finna be off the chain. And Teresa Robinson, I got y'all. For sure, I got you. Let me see something here. Since the angel. See here. Let me see. Do I have it on here? Uh-oh. Go back. Angie, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna tease them with it. Angie. Let me know if you got that. Angel. Let me see. I'm gonna give him this. And you can show it. Then did it come through? Y'all bear with me. We having fun now. I got out to coaches. Don't go to Mobility Works. Well, you might can go. It might be good for y'all, though.
Okay, let me get these sent over.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah, I got them.
And then I just want you to show this. Let them tease them. Oh, where'd it go? See, how do I send this? Let's see what happens here. I might send the whole deal. Okay, I know what to do. I know what to do. Okay. Y'all bear with me. I'm having fun. I'm in a good mood. Where is that? And if you like, you can go on and show that if it's already there. Angel. There we go. But on the last one, Angel, I want you to go. Can you see from here? On the last one I just sent you. I want you to stroll it to this picture and then show that one.
All right, just give me a minute to get these going.
Okay. I got to talk about my sponsors for a moment. It's that time, past that time, but okay. And like I said earlier, someone wanted to, and I always tell them, they can be on the show. You don't have to try to always block the password. But here we go. To my sponsors. Sammy Jr. with Roberts Ready to Wear. 1706 MLK Boulevard, Dallas, Texas. Phone number 214-421-0624. Again, 214-421-0624. Now listen, go see my guy Sammy. They got all that, man, they got so much nice summer wear now. It's nice. Ladies, go by there and get that husband, that boyfriend, or just friend, or that side piece, a nice outfit. And say, tell Sammy Jr. that I sent you. You say, Coach Fly, I sent you, you're going to get an awesome discount. Then go on down the street to Freedom Fashion at 2716 MLK Boulevard, Dallas, Texas. Phone number 214-421-3017. Again, 214-421-3017. Go meet Freedom himself and his wife, Miss Helen. Say Coach Fly sent you, and guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna give you an awesome discount. And the thing about it, he's talking about selling. They've been over 40 plus years. And he said, Coach Fly, we think it'd be nice if you got it. But it's good to be considered. I say I'm good at what I do, and what I don't do good, I don't do. So, with that element of being in the store, I know I can do it though. But just the fact that he said, I think it would be good if you got it. But as for Miss Helena, or Freedom himself, then there's Arrow Insurance Services, 510 Turtle Cove Drive, Suite 200, Rockwall, Texas. Phone number 972-686-6868. Again, 972-686-6868. And as for Charles Archer, man, Charles is gonna hook you up when you say, well, Coach Fly told me to give you a call. Man, he's finna do what he does and make your insurance rates drop. And then if you want him to, he will bundle your house insurance, your car insurance, whatever insurances that you, boat insurances, jet skis insurance, and you're gonna love it. Just say Coach Fly sent you. Then there's Lakeside Dental Solutions, 6705 Heritage Parkway, Raleigh, Texas. Phone number 972-412-0014. Again, 972-412-0014. Now listen. Okay, you're getting your body right. That's what you say. You're doing your push-ups, your sit-ups. Some of you are at the gym for real working out. Some of y'all just at the gym. Like some of the high schoolers, they in the weight room, but they ain't putting up no weights. And you're looking good. Your clothes fitting nice, and until you open your mouth, teeth just jacked up, look like a jigsaw. Teeth messed up, mouth just raggedy. I said raggedy. Man, go get your teeth fixed. Well, I don't have this. Man, listen, call Lakeside Dental Solution. Ask for Dr. Brad Salter. Dr. Brad Salter. Say Coach Fly had you to call. And watch what's gonna happen. He gonna let you get it out. Well, all you got to say is say, well, listen, Coach Fly sent you. We're gonna work that out. They're gonna work it out so good that it's gonna get worked in. You don't have to worry about you feel like you're on a vacant lot on a football field when you open your mouth, wind just blowing through it, or like you're living in a condemned neighborhood. He gonna bring the whole community back together, and I mean, that's your teeth. And your smile is beautiful. Your confidence is up. And then there's Rydell Plumbing Company, 3700 U.S. Highway 80 East, Mesquite, Texas. Phone number 972-682-4860. Again, 972-682-4860. And be plumbing and pipes them burst, water coming all up in your yard or in your walls. Or stuff is just and listen, ask for Scott Rydell. I don't care who answers the phone. See, Scott is the owner. We got a caller. Caller.
Coach Fly,
Yes, sir.
thanks for taking my call.
That's my dude, boy. Listen, well, I tell you what, give me let me just finish. I got one more Scott, and then my guy JB. So listen, then we have I tell you, ask for Scott Rydell, and he's gonna come. He's gonna make sure that he get the right people to your house and get your everything taken care of. And you say, Coach Fly, watch. I said the owner. He gonna put his personal. It's gonna be top shelf. because you said Coach Fly. And then my guy JB, John Beckwith Jr., Golden Gate Funeral Home, 4155 South Already Thornton Freeway, Dallas, Texas. Phone number 214-941-7332. Again, 214-941-7332. Now, JB, you know, people doing the GoFundMe and they going funding them. JB, you say Coach Fly sent you. And you explain your situation, your true humble situation. And watch what happened. JB just 2 weeks ago, I called him on a family situation, is what it was. And you heard I say, is what it was. He made it happen because they said Coach Fly. And all that they didn't have, they still didn't have. But they got done what they thought couldn't get done. Go see JB, John Beckwith, and say Coach Fly sent you, and watch what happens. Now listen, you know your pre-needs, Pastor Darrell Turner, 940-224-0051. Again, 940-224-0051. And call him about the pre-needs. And you're going to learn he's going to come to you. And if you cannot contact him, contact John Beckwith Jr. or myself, Coach Fly. Those have been my sponsors. And I got my buddy on the phone right here. Chicago.
What's going on, Coach?
Man, listen, I know you still celebrating from y'all event y'all had this weekend. I heard it was off the chain. Them golden birds.
Man, we had a good time. Yeah.
Man, I'm talking about, listen, you stuck your finger in there and ended up putting, and after you put your finger in there, your hand went in. Then all of a sudden your arm was up in there. And after a while your whole body was up in there in that whole mix. And you pulled it off. Nah, you heard I say pulled it off? Nah, I said it to make a joke, pulled it off. Now you made it happen. You did what Chicago does.
I got those pictures for you.
Oh, hey, Chicago. Check these pictures out. You hanging out with me. He said,
You wanted that interior first, right?
yes, sir. Y'all take a look at this.
Select all of them.
It's on you. It's just the last one I show you. I only want to show them that because I'm going to tease them. Patricia Richardson checked the classmate. And they said, let them check it out. Let them check it out.
That's inside the bus.
Oh, I don't see it.
I was watching the basketball game.
What?
And, yeah, I think.
Tanya done checked in. Givens.
Coach Fly's on tonight.
But look at that right there. But look at that. Look at that, Chicago. What you see right there?
I see the inside of the bus with like seats and chairs going one way.
That's bus number
nice.
2. Those massage
Bus
chairs.
number 2.
Uno dos.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I need right there.
So, you know,
Going
what
down
I'm
there.
saying, a massage and ride. How about that?
A massage and ride. Wow.
Yeah, massage and ride with complimentary wine and cheese balls or something like that, or something of that nature. You know, that little something. And see, and what we're going to do, we're going to connect with H-Town as in Houston, Texas. I got a nephew,
That's another one.
Anthony London, going, you know, we putting a package together, and yeah, you'll hear real soon.
Is that the party bus?
Who said it's a party bus? I'm just showing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
I
showing.
said, yeah.
What you think? I mean, listen, it's a bus that can take kids to college, for unofficial visits or official visits. It's a bus that can go to the nursing home. Because some of them people don't get any visitors, y'all. And I talk with the coordinator and get them out and take them, around the, around the Metroplex, a couple of hours. It's a bus. Okay, you say it could be a party bus, huh? Okay. Maybe, maybe not.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Coach.
What's that?
We was talking about that at our little fellowshipping that we did this past weekend. We have some sick and shut-in classmates. And we were talking about maybe, 3 of us getting out and visiting them for, 20, 30 minutes. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, man, when she rested in peace with my sister was in one of the facilities before she transitioned. There would be people that they'll stop you. They be, sir, excuse me, and you go back, and they just want somebody to visit them, man.
Right.
Yeah, man. So I was already going through taking gifts, blankets, pillows, toothbrushes, but then radios. But there's a whole lot of workers stealing their stuff too. Even when I write their names on it, they still steal it. But God has said something different now. That I can go in there and I got the credentials.
Maybe we can set up some kind of transportation with you, Coach, for our next event where some of our classmates can get with you and we all ride the bus to the next event, whatever that may be.
Whatever it may be.
We just fellowship about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Sound like a plan. Even ride over to the nursing home and visit some folks. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You ain't got to know them. Go to different nursing homes. And then go through the proper procedures. 'Cause I have the proper credentials now. And we can get them out. You bring a worker or two. In case there's some accidents, on the bus, that I don't want to sign up for that one. And they bring the workers, and they handle that. Just to get them out,
I love to volunteer to do something like that. Yeah.
And like I say, those kids that maybe didn't get any offers or whatever the case may be, I know so many different college coaches. So many. Let's take a ride. Let's go visit. And I'm talking about bring their parent or guardian. And I really would love for the grandparents to come just to see the process. How about that? And just see, because I'm not going to just take you down there in the blind. I already have contacted the coach and say, listen, tell us when it's best to come, and we're on our way. Phone call. So that kind of thing, then, the family. Okay, the school function, here we come. You just might want to ride down to the casino. Maybe the horse races in Oklahoma City. Orange Street, or Bossier City, should I say. Bossier City and Oklahoma City. Got the dog races. How about that? Something of that nature.
Sounds good.
Look at a ride to H-Town on a turnaround. How about that? Let's ride down to H-Town. Leave about 7 a.m. in the morning. Just a little getaway. And then burn back out of H-Town by 7 at night so you can enjoy the lights on the way back. You know what I'm saying?
Thank God you got a diesel bus.
Yeah.
Diesel fuel bus.
Diesel high, that gas is high as hell.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm just saying.
Put it out there. Let's do it.
But yeah, stuff like that, man. help be a blessing to someone. Because I know I numbered my days coaching in the ISD system. I'm done. With a smile. What I will miss is going to be the relationship with them youngsters. You know.
What do you mean, we'll miss? Did I miss something?
I just say I'm done. I don't desire.
You're done.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to go to the events. I'm going to support together. I'm just done. I'm done, man. You got all... I told him, I said, I don't know, so obviously you didn't see it from the beginning.
No, I didn't. No.
I said, they just need to start getting coaches that just want to coach the sports and watch the program come up. And get the teachers certified to be teachers, be certified teachers. Because there's more qualified coaches out here than certified coaches. That's facts. And I'm just saying, let's implement a new system because they've already have gotten people in place that are spearheading the different sporting arenas, right? And can care less about the sports. But they're in the position to say yay or nay. And my point is, it's the same 4, sometimes 5, like a spade game, 4 and a possible, that are doing good. And I started with football. Now, there's only South Oak Cliff that we see at the big dance. And that's win or lose, they're at the big dance. And it stops after them. All these high schools that are in DISD, it's the same 4 or 5, 4 most of the time. Everybody, first round. Even the 4th place team with this new stuff they do, because everybody goes to district with this area thing. You got teams in there that played themselves and lost. And they're the 4th place team that goes to play a playoff game. Did you hear what I just said? They can't even beat themselves. And they're in the first round. And everybody know when the game is over with, whatever you had packed, you're going to go back and take it back to the school and put it in its proper places. Put the mothballs in there, right? For next season. Except for South Oak Cliff. Then coach is going to get that speech. They're going to get that speech. We're going to get it next year. Man, that's been going on for years, getting it next year. See, and like I said, you're telling kids to tear their ass. And when they do, now you want to stop them. I said they need to take away. If a kid wants to leave, let a kid go. That's a kid, give him a chance to be successful somewhere else since you cannot get it done. And like I stated, coaches are allowed to take another position elsewhere, a new job, and therefore athletic purposes. That's a question to you, Chicago. Is that not for athletic purposes when that coach is allowed to go elsewhere and coach? Did I lose him?
Coach, are you talking about DISD? Because they're under the UIL umbrella. So
okay. I said
All of
there
that.
needs to be some changes. We've been on this system
Right,
for,
okay.
for years, and it's
Right.
the outcome is the same. What about change?
I didn't know if you just.
Yeah. What about change? What about change? I said, it's enough schools in the ISD. We can have a 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, and more than one 6A school. What about change? But you didn't answer my question, Chicago. I said coaches are allowed to take a new job elsewhere, and that was for athletic purposes. What about the kid? Let them go.
The same don't apply for the kids with the coaches.
I get it, but I'm
because of
saying
the UIL. And I understand exactly what you asking. but
I'm just
I
saying
can't-
we've done the same, and I'm using
can't
we
answer
real
that.
loosely. They've done the same
Right.
thing for years and years, and the outcome continues to be the same. Why don't you do something different? And then I spoke on also, I'm just giving you a recap. Then I spoke on coaches that allow themselves to be talked to so bad by the head coach or another man lets another man belittle him. And then they do it in front of the athletes, man. But I had a couple of coaches that called me, and I told them I would speak on it, but here's the deal. What are you going to say? You got a wife, a significant other, whoever she may be. And if she knew you were being talked to like a little kid, she wouldn't have no respect for you. I'm just saying that, see, M-A-N stand by itself, man. And what God put next to it was woman. And help me if I'm not correct. Correct me. And you get talked to so bad by this coach in front of the kids. And then after it's all over with, practice over, I want to go hang out somewhere. Man, you been a punk about yourself. Yeah.
As a man, that individual should talk to whoever's talking to him as a man.
As a man.
But here's the deal. People only do what you let them do.
Speak.
And they treat you how you let them treat you.
Speak.
Respect is, I demand respect, okay? That's one thing. You have to demand respect, but you also have to give it.
Say, man, them kids talk, man. He sure talk. That coach bad. And then kids also attempt to start stuff, right? And I'm talking about me. They don't talk to you like that, Coach Fly. I don't even entertain that with those kids. But that lets you know they be listening and watching. I'm not saying they could have talked to me like that. I said that. But if it had happened, I understand I'm not going to be working there. You not either. And I'm not going to get you fired either. It ain't about getting you fired. I didn't have that issue.
Well,
If they did, they talked amongst each other, but they didn't bring it to, it's just like.
A coach is a coach.
Yeah.
And a student is a student, and you can't be both. Either you're gonna be a coach.
Oh no, some coaches are fans of the athletes.
Are fans.
Yeah.
However, you have to be the adult, and the student have to be the child, and that's where it lies right there.
Chicago, you got some of the coaches.
Those are your boundaries.
Those should be the boundaries.
You don't cross them.
You got some kids,
Don't
man, be
cross them.
cussing with the coaches, man. They talking
Can't-
about some stuff
don't
happening
lie.
at the school or, in the neighborhood. Now, they having grown men conversation with the coaches, man. I'm talking about straight up. And then, there's a few coaches, such as like myself. Then they see you come, oh, my bad, Coach Fly. You got what I'm saying? But they say, yo, my bad, out of respect. But that coach that you allowing them kids to talk, they done put you on the level with them. Matter of fact, they don't even call you coach, they call you by your first name. I gave them coaches, Coach Thomas and them Rabbits. Listen, you wouldn't have dared thought to do that. But that's kind of what it's been about. And I told them that I would speak on it. But even in speaking on it, if they don't want to change or make a change, it's going to continue. You know? So I become the voice for those. How about that? In Chicago, you cannot say Coach Fly and them no more. Yeah. Yeah.
Coach Fly, so you
I'm at peace.
Not them, huh?
I'm at peace, man. No.
Coach Fly is flying solo. Not them.
Look at him, solo.
Not them.
I'm flying solo, so very high. How about that? You heard our word.
Well, Coach, I never said, okay, I never said Coach Fly them. I said Coach Fly them.
Woo! But the experience, man, to Coach Fly and them, yeah. Say, man, Chicago, the Q was off the chain too, man.
What's that?
The barbecue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, went up to Soul Man and got that.
Okay. Yeah, so man, barbecue. So you gonna plug them and plug them, huh? So man. Pastor Turner said, this is a different era. Both coaches and players have very little respect for the process. Awesomely said. You're right, Coach. It never happened nowadays. One loss and
So,
you're out.
Like I said, people only do
Pastor
what
Turner.
let them do.
Okay, Chicago, all these schools in the district, how it keep in the same 4, sometimes 5. But as far as they go, it's to the first round. What's that?
You can only
Yeah, the boss on the way, he didn't.
go as far as the talent that you have, and you can only coach what you have. And you can
But see,
coach kids up.
But what's the word?
Coach 'em up.
You say coach. So coach them up.
Yeah,
Coach them up.
you can coach them up.
They're going to get better and better. Coach them up. And then when that kid start believing that you believe in them, you don't know what you're going to get, man. But
So
oh no.
speaking DISD.
Okay,
or just,
Chicago.
I mean, before I elaborate on it, yes.
Okay, kids work out. They have to work out to make the squad, different squads, right? So if this
Correct.
kid is good enough to make your squad, right? It got to be a play or two that this kid can do versus putting them on the bench. And they never get off the bench. You might well got a kid that didn't make the team that's just to sit on the bench. All I'm saying is keep coaching the kids up out there that made the team. Keep coaching them up, man. You don't know who's going to be what later.
Oh, it's a different era also. Coaches back when we was playing.
They keep saying, okay, different era.
They had to do.
No, Chicago, I want to, and I'm not going against you, but we could respectfully agree to disagree. Different era, right?
Okay.
But the same heartbeat.
That's what I was getting ready to say. The coaches back then, they had to be able to coach talent.
Absolutely.
You know, so they have way more talent. If you're talking about DISD, that's what I'm hearing.
Well, a lot of coaches was wrong. What I'm saying, because they gave us a salt tablet for everything: pull muscle, cramp, your leg hurt, arm. They say take this salt tablet, and then we so silly. You feel better now? Yes, sir. Go ahead, man.
But you don't have the talent that you had back then.
What makes you say that? No. What makes you say that? I just been watching some bad boys over at Lincoln and Carter and at Kimball.
Well, you was talking DISD.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to say 3 or 4 different schools, yeah, they still have talent. But back in the day, like I said, in era, you had talent everywhere. So,
well, you know why though? Because they all played Sandlock in every neighborhood. They had Sandlock football going on. They played Sandlock. Yeah.
Well, now that goes back to the kids and how they were growing up. And
the difference is now
we didn't have.
They finger and wrist is strong and thumb is strong from holding that remote. Go ahead.
I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying. I'm just trying to shed a little light that the talent is not in DISD like it used to be. It's just not.
So all these high schools, see, I sit back and I watched a lot of track again this season, and I saw a lot of talent in some schools that that do not get recognized. But there was some talent there, man.
Are you talking overall? That's why I'm asking. You talking overall or just DISD? Because
I'm talking about schools in DISD.
Okay.
They got 109. They got 100 schools. I mean, I don't know how many schools it is. So over 30.
That's what I'm saying. The talent has moved out. Okay. I'm just gonna put it out there.
They moved out with the coaches too, because it's a lot of coaches that ain't got no talent to be coaching.
You see a lot of coaches moving out also.
Concussions.
Think about it. You got a lot of coaches.
Wait a minute, hold up. Pastor Turner, you sure right. And we ain't know you had a concussion. They still give you a salt tablet. Drink plenty of water with that, and you going back out there with your crazy stuff. Because guess what? We believe in the coaches. Go ahead, Chicago. That's what Pastor Turner said.
I don't think the kids don't believe in the coaches.
What?
I'm thinking that, you can coach the kids so much, but if they don't have the talent, they just don't have it.
They recognize.
You coach them up as much as you can.
Let me say this to you. Okay, let me break it down, Chicago. You ought to know this.
Okay, break it down.
They know the coaches that are bullshitting them and the ones that are not. Now go ahead. I said it. They gonna become grown. They know.
Yes, go both ways.
They know the ones that letting them get away with stuff and the ones that are not.
Right. I got you on that. But as an overall, the talent is not in DISD like it used to be. The talent have moved out. And check this out. The coaches are moving out with the talent.
So what's that saying about DISD?
You want me to break it down?
What's that saying about
a lot of coaches?
What's that saying about DISD?
They leave DISD, they go to DeSoto, they go to Lancaster, they go to Cedar Hill. They go to Houston. They go a lot of different places for whatever reason. But the talent is there where they're going. You leaving a place that don't have the talent like they used to have to places that now have a lot of talent.
Okay, I'm gonna narrow it down. We talking
That's
track.
Facts.
Are we talking track?
Facts.
Are we talking wrestling?
Track.
You can take one
all of it.
and be coach. So you got, I even use Coach Buck, Devon Forson, over at Kimball. He coaching.
Okay.
I'm saying he's coaching. I say he's coaching. He ain't just wearing the title, coach. You know what I'm saying? He'll take a wrestler. Man, listen, I just threw it. And I should. There's some more names. I'm just saying, but they outnumbered though now. Cause the popularity it's just being a coach. Can you see me now? Type coach. Training wheel coach. Go ahead, man. Go on.
Back to era. Okay, you used to talk about football, basketball, track, and DISD. You just said wrestling. Were you talking about wrestling back in the day? No. I understand.
Well, no, I use him because he uses his elements and he develops, again, coaching up. There's some kids that were wrestling, especially when I was there, that I wouldn't even believe would have been wrestling. You know, see, that's what I'm saying. Coaching them up.
If you look at DISD, I look at baseball. They're always in the playoff. You have a lot of teams in the playoff in baseball, soccer. I'm just telling you, it's different now. South Oak Cliff have a lot of kids as far as football is concerned. And I know what you're gonna say, that they're athletes over there. But you mentioned football. Yes. They're still strong in football. Basketball, they're still strong in basketball. Now, track is watered down a little bit. That's because...
Is it a little bit? A lot of bit. A lot of bit.
That's because during our time, football players ran track, okay? You didn't just do one sport. Now the kids is looking at football as a way out, you know, where I can go to college, I can go to the pros, now knowing that your chance on going pro is like hitting the lotto.
Yeah, you stand a better chance being a doctor or paramedic or something. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah. Well, our window of opportunity was open because we did more sports.
Okay, there are some kids sitting on some campuses that people don't even know who they are, and they get an opportunity to go off to school where they, you know, pay it on their own or whatever the case may be. And then you say, who is this? And they say they went to whatever school. You say, that kid, yeah. Kid was sitting right there on your campus. And man, it happens all the time, man.
So,
again, I'm just going to go back, coach them up.
We had some football players on our football team never played in a game.
That's
they got a scholarship and became a doctor.
I've seen that happen. I saw that happen when Kimball was called. No, I said Decay. When they were Decay, that happened.
Right. So the talent was there then. That's my point.
But again, I'm gonna say it again. It was always maybe one coach that wasn't just, you know, coaching right. But it's too many of them that's not coaching right now in the same programs.
Oh, okay. I get it now. We talking about the coaches, not the
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, I told the coaches I would touch that.
Let me defend the coaches a little bit here.
All right, D and Vin. Why don't you get them some depends at the same time too? Go ahead.
You still have to have, the kids still have to have some kind of talent, I'm going to tell you. I mean, you can coach them up as much as you can, and if they don't have it, they just don't have it.
Anyway it goes, if this kid becomes better. I'm going to say it again, Chicago. If this kid had to work out to get on your squad, he or she did enough to make the squad. And the other folks got cut that didn't make the squad, right? So, therefore, this kid made the team. But not, so you tell me this kid was good enough to make your team, but it's not good enough to play, so this kid has to sit on the bench every game? That doesn't make sense to me. If this kid was good enough to make the team.
Yeah, are we talking about a particular school? Because you say this kid, or
I'm just using if a kid. I wouldn't care what all the schools in DISD. All I'm saying is, it has to be a play or two for a kid to play versus just sitting on the fucking bench.
Did something happen that I don't know about?
Why you keep saying something happened? I'm just speaking. I'm not mad. I'm just speaking on behalf of these coaches.
I'm not with you. I mean, did something happen where a kid was wrongfully treated or something that we don't know anything about? Because
I hear he say wrongfully treated.
The whole district.
Why don't we do a survey on, and they probably won't tell the truth, on kids that have not played. That line's so long, man. that line is so long that have not played. You say you was on that team? All I'm saying is coaches, coach them up, man. Coach them up. Some of them, we know all of them not gonna, high school gonna be their last hoorah, but they gonna remember who cared about them, man. I get the opportunity to get that love all the time. You cannot pay for that, man. You cannot pay for that. And they humbly, thank you, man. They come back. The coaches that get that love, they know that feeling. You know that feeling. I honestly have saved some coaches over at Lincoln. You know what I just said?
Okay, so let me ask you this here. Why do they fire some of these coaches because their program has started losing because they don't have kids with the talent?
Who get fired?
So they fire the coach. They fire the coach. Move the coach.
Well, they got a history of losing. We talking about football, right?
But they'll move them around. They move them around somewhere. But we're not crying about
Who?
the coaches getting moved.
Well, correct.
Because he don't have talent.
No, I told you. I told you qualified.
Both ways.
Qualified, be certified every time.
But you don't, exactly, I agree. However, if you don't have the talent, coach, you don't have the talent.
Why they not getting the talent, though?
It's not like you're going to wave a magic wand and make this.
No.
World.
Why are they not hiring the talented coaches to coach it? Question.
Maybe some of the talented coaches is not certified.
Back to what I said.
You know what you mean? Okay.
Back to what I said.
Everybody that works for a company wants to be a
Let's change the dynamics. Let's change the dynamics and start winning, man. Just get coaches that want to. God, we've been doing this other system forever, and the outcome continues to be the same. So if you want to do something different, you got to do something different. I'm not saying they're going to do it, because they're going to remain the same, because they stagnant like that. You know? We got another caller?
Another call.
Hold on, let me catch the caller.
Hold on, say it.
Caller.
It's Pastor Turner.
Pastor Turner.
Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I hear exactly what you're saying. And one of the things that I offer to this conversation is this. All you simply saying is coaches are not doing the job of coaching.
Boy, come on.
You know, it's plain and simple. There is not a kid sitting on any bench at any high school team that cannot play.
See?
To your point. If he made that team, he has skills, gifts, and graces that were seen before he even got to that school. But you got, once again, coaches that are not coaching. You have coaches that are out there based on a lot of what we see
Popularity.
in politics.
Yes.
What we see in politics, there are some connections on coaching staffs that have nothing to do with coaching ability or desire to coach a player up, as you said.
You see what Derek Zeno said? The kids dealing with, it's not coaching, it's the mindset of the athlete. Zeno, guess what? That coach should get that mindset right. When he shows a concern for that kid's mindset is gonna get right.
Exactly. You know how you know when we put a kid to put out more,
run through a wall.
Right, and he'll move beyond his talent level when he know that he's believed in, like you said.
Say, man.
Yeah. But if I'm on that sideline, because I watch some stuff. If I'm on that sideline just to wear the colors of the school, you know, and to get the check, I have no desire to see this, you know, the kids go to the next level. Then
They don't even,
He's left behind.
a lot of them don't even pick up the phone and call a school, a college for a JUCO for a kid. Okay, at least call the school that you attended. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Man, I do exactly what I see. And you know, Chicago said the talent is there. The media machine in DISD is not like the media machine in Duncanville, DeSoto, Allen, and all those other places.
See?
The talent is there. Man, listen, the talent has never left from South Dallas, Oak Cliff. The talent hasn't left. There's as much talent in Oak Cliff as it is in DeSoto, Duncanville, and Cedar Hill. But the media machine talks more about the few players that are excelling than they do the ones that are not.
See?
But we don't have that happening at the Lincolns and the DISD media machine of Brown Sports is not there. And that's why a lot of folk look at it and say, well, you know, the talent is not there. Man, there is no way the talent. I'm talking about the teams that go.
Right.
That play. I ain't talking about them 6 and 4. Man, well, no, the 6 and 4 would never get. You wouldn't get out. You wouldn't get out the ditch.
Say,
you wouldn't get out the zone.
Pat Turner.
Yeah.
8-2 stayed at home.
Exactly. If you had one loss,
9-1 stayed at home.
One loss.
Yes.
It stayed at home. Yeah. So that, man, it's now. It looks like money is the deal when it comes to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
We're trying to put some money somewhere. So we're going to put as many I mean, man. I mean, you know, we don't want to call the kids that, but because you have coaches in those programs that are not advancing the program by coaching up the players, then that's why you got 4 and 6, 6 and 4 in the playoffs.
We are 3 and 7.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I was like, man.
2 and 6.
Yeah, man. Listen,
in the playoffs.
You think about it, man. When we were in school, man. You know, we had a chance to make this to state with a 6 and 4 record.
Say,
but
you got.
But I'm hearing you loud and clear, man. But I also want to commend you on those buses, brother. Yeah,
you need to come see. Come talk to me.
Yeah, well, you know, I had a chance to be in town for a little while. I don't know if you mentioned this or not, but you know, they're going to be voting at the city council tomorrow at 1:00 to do a street topper for John Beckwith Sr.
What? I didn't have no clue.
Yeah.
What time?
Yeah.
1:00 tomorrow.
1:00 at Dallas City Council meeting. Yeah. So that's why I'm in town.
And Derek Zeno, I heard when you were talking about the bus last week. I'm putting together maybe a 2-day stay in H-Town, and for sure a turnaround.
Oh yeah.
Going to H-Town for a day. And come on back.
All right. Well, listen, man, I'm gonna get off here and let you engage some more folks.
Well, now we can get ready to go off there, man. I'm glad you checked in.
Well, all right. Well, listen, man. God bless you, man, and tell your mother hello.
Thank you.
Next time I have a prolonged stay in the city, we'll try to get down there to share some conversation.
Man, listen. Love you, man. Thank you so much, man. And again, I was just speaking on my opinion. Glad you understood it. Yes, sir.
It's true.
Yes.
Yes, sir. All right. We'll talk to you later,
right.
Coach.
Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun as usual. And no, I'm not upset. We just speaking on topics. And to those couple of coaches called me, I hope that serves you well. Listen, God saying the same. We'll see you. You'll see me. I don't see you next Tuesday. You've been listening to the On Your Mark podcast show, sports, business, community, entertainment, and just the people show. And I'm your host, Coach Fly. You all be blessed.